So we are, make sure I didn't get ahead of myself here. Our next presenter is looking at violence-related injury dashboard, and a walkthrough with that. And it's Rebecca Day from Advancing Violence Epidemiology in Real Time, or AVERT.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you walk around?
Not really.
Okay.
I'll use it.
Well, I'll just hold it.
Perfect. Okay, hi, I'm Rebecca from the Kentucky Injury and Prevention Research Center. I have made a dashboard and we just wanted to make you aware of it in case it was relevant towards anyone's programs. So this dashboard, this is the first landing page of it. It was born because we developed a 31-page long, dry report, and I suspected very few people were reading it, so we just created a dashboard to make it a little bit more useful and easier to digest. The link is below under there. So this dashboard, the intended use is just for trend monitoring, and it serves to highlight specific patterns and contribute to a broader understanding of violence-related injuries. Before I really get into it, I just wanted to highlight some of the limitations of the data. The data just comes from emergency department and inpatient visits. No. Oh, visit first. Okay, 1 second.
Sorry. Yeah. Click out of that. One more time. We'll put it back in. Let me find where our Zoom is hiding. There we go. So we want to go back to your PowerPoint presentation mode. It's better than we get too many modes here. Here we go. Okay. Now we should be able to. I'm sorry. Back up one more time. These are always, we get so many things at once. So there's share. So we're going to share that desktop. Share. Perfect. Now back to your presentation. And you should be good.
Thank you.
No problem. Glad you caught that.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So I just wanted to highlight that this isn't the total amount of violence-related injuries shown. It's just those that showed up and sought care in a hospital. These counts are identified through ICD-10 hospital billing codes. We know that there are inconsistencies and sometimes inaccurate reporting of these, so just take this with a grain of salt. Is the mic not on? Thank you. Also, it is important to note that those who have suffered violent injuries, they may not have disclosed to their provider the true intent or true cause of their injury. So here is our landing page. On the left, we have an overview of the area development district. We can see patients who have sought care for injuries by sex, race, and age category. Below that, we have a trend line. On the right, we have a map, and then we have some statewide trends. And then below that, we can see mechanism of injury. And this is just showing the overall count of violence-related injuries seen in hospitals from 2019 to 2024. But we have made this dashboard interactive to help it be a little bit more helpful to those in specific area development districts. So you can toggle and see counts and frequencies by area development districts here. And on the map, you can choose between if you would like to break out and see the counts in Jefferson County and Fayette County and in Cincinnati adjacent counties. So it gets a little more granular. And this is our list of options for the drop downs. We also show different types of violence. We have broken them out to different categories. So at the top, you can toggle, and the next one would be non-fatal child abuse and neglect injuries in Kentucky. And this is just those who were seen in hospitals between ages 0 to 17. Next, we have our adults, so those 18 and above. And then we see a pain for sexual violent injuries. And then pregnancy-associated violent injuries. So that is those who were injured who were pregnant or postpartum. And if you would like to learn more about how we calculated these things, the definitions, it's all on the methodology page, which is the last tab on the top. If you don't see the data that you're looking for your specific program, you can submit a data request to us. You can go to the KIPRC webpage, scroll down to the bottom until you see this data request and click that, and it will take you to a form, and we can get you more precise data and what you need. And here's a direct link to the Qualtrics form to submit a data request if you're interested. If anyone wants these slides, I can send them to Steve to send out if you're interested. Yes.
All right. Thank you for doing a quick overview on this. I had two quick questions. Firstly, I was going to ask if you could go back to your first slide so I could quickly grab that URL because I definitely want to take a look at this.
Yes.
And then also, I know someone mentioned this earlier, and this is something we do a lot in our work, but when you're looking at statewide trends, how do you all, or I guess what is your organizational strategy for like filtering Jefferson and Fayette not being just the hot points because of population? How do you all kind of account for that in your averages when you're looking at this? Because I noticed on like one of them, like I think it was the pregnancy related injuries, you know, super bright in Jefferson, which makes sense population wise, but I was just curious if you all, how you account for that.
Yeah, so on the map, we did calculate the rate of injuries. So we took into account the overall amount of injuries and then the amount of people who live there. So it is just a very high rate. It's not just blown out of proportion because there is more people. It seems to be a problem that should probably be addressed. Thank you for your question.
Is that like a city, or is that what you're saying? Like maybe it's centralized in the city? Sorry.
Yes, Louisville, seems to be a hotspot for that.
Oh, I just asked with clarity if it was cities she's saying specifically, even though the rate is adjusted for cities just seem to be higher for these violent. Okay.
Uh-huh. Thank you. Any more questions? Okay. Oh, yes.
We have two questions from our virtual community. The first one, and it may be just because we're using technology, to reach out. What data years does the dashboard cover? Do you plan to go back and retroactively to look at the previous year's data?
This dashboard just covers 2019 to 2024. We don't plan on going back further than 2019, but we do plan on adding more years when 2025 and 2026 data comes out.
Okay. The second question is, how do you plan on disseminating the data? Who's the target audience for the data dashboard? Thank you.
Yes, we are still trying to find our target audience. KIPRC received a grant a few years ago, the Advancing Violence Epidemiology grant, and we're still trying to find the right programs that would find this helpful, because we realize not every health department, specifically has an alley for this data, but we're trying to reach out and grow our partners.
I love seeing data. I'm curious if there is a way to gather specific data for specific time sets. So for example, if I wanted to look at 16 to 25-year-olds that were in car crashes from June through August, are you able to provide that information?
Yes, if you submit a data request, we could get that to you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Look for my request.
Okay. Thank you. All right.